Pacific Farm. This is Pacific Inlet Forestry, Pacific Inlet Logging or something like that, this map. And I've decided to turn a forestry map into a completely customized map. So we'll just kind of see how we get on with it, really. Oops, my mistake. So this video will be available on YouTube after this live stream. So yeah, see how we get on with this one. I've actually managed to fix my screen now, so I can actually see on the screen I have how many viewers I have and things like that, and yeah, it's much better. But this is what I've built so far. I put this little house in. This was all wooded area. There will be a time lapse that will be going on the channel showing how most of this got built. I did most of this morning actually, but I put everything here that is here, and try to go for a reasonable detail. These gates work, and that's just a farmhouse because we need somewhere to live, really. I put these fields in as well, obviously there's no fields here, and this is actually our little farm that we have going on. Have our silo there. Not entirely happy with that. I need to change this over to Celsius because I don't know Fahrenheit. There we go. Colder day. Ground's wet. I don't have much machinery. This entire concept of this map is to be for small machinery. So everything is done quite narrow. You know, you wouldn't get any big machinery in here. But I've got a little fence section here leading into this field that I've done. And there will be a fence that goes all the way around this. What I'm actually going to work on next is down here, I think. At the top of this hill here, I think would be the best place for it. Right at the top of this hill, actually no, I changed my mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put another field here, but I'm going to have the entrance down the bottom, so you have to drive down a path roughly where I'm driving now. I say roughly. But we also have this bit over here. This is supposed to be a little, like, forestry section here, a little shed in the corner there. We've got our wood chipper that sells directly for us, because I'd like to avoid that entire section that's over there. It just doesn't, I don't like it. It has everything there that it needs, but yeah, I don't like it. So we got a little fuel trailer and things like that for the time being. I do have a placeable fuel refill point that I've just downloaded right before doing this stream. Be good to get that down somewhere. Obviously we have our ground modification roller here, which is filthy, and our old man tractor. This thing is ancient. It takes it about a week to start up. I'll just wait for it. Not yet. There we go. And it's slow, it's old, but it fits the map. And I quite like it. Money's obviously not an issue because we have more trees than you can deal with. So I'm not worried about the money side of things. If I start to run low on money, I'll just cut down a couple of trees and sell them. I'm not going to do that just now though. We've got a roller there. put these barriers in. They don't all hit the ground. In fact, most of them don't touch the ground fully. But the idea is not to look at that part. And we've got a solar collector over there just to, you know, provide a bit of power to us. Oh, maybe I made the farm a little bit too small. But it's certainly certainly an interesting concept. I've not seen anyone else do anything like this. And this is what I've been using to chop down trees and to really do everything, in fact. See, it's got a little glitch, which I quite like. Quite handy. It's the wood with a stump grinder. But if you go up to a tree, it will not only grind the stump, but also make the tree disappear. Always a nice thing to have. We have this little tree thing here that needs to go away. These fallen trees are quite prominent on this map. It can be quite annoying to get rid of as well. There we go. Not sure how big this field's going to be. Probably quite a reasonable size, to be honest. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just have a look. I crashed again. The day I don't crash, I'd be surprised actually. It's a bit hilly over here. So I think something like here. This kind of sort of straight line it along here. Oh, I missed a bit of that stuff. I spent a good few hours on this map already, even just to get it to this point, so I'm not expecting any ridiculous progress here. I think I'll take that tree out as well. Oh, yeah, it's got annoying branches on it, it can disappear. Like I said, I don't think this is meant to do this, just make the tree disappear like that, but it does. It works in my favour. So, I'll take it. Another fallen tree over here that we're going to spend 15 minutes cutting down. Or not. Got quite a stump left off of this one. There we go. Looking at my straight line here, these two trees need to go as well. Straight line being a relative term, obviously. Hopefully the microphone's a little bit better today. I was told that yesterday's live stream was a bit too sensitive on the microphone. So I've turned the microphone boost completely off, so hopefully it's working okay. Another one of my favourite type of trees here. For some reason it's not even picking that tree up. There we go. That would do that, wouldn't it? Good enough. This is a series that I'm going to pretty much only live stream, and I don't know my schedule for my live streaming just quite yet, but I'll work something out and I'll let you know when I know. And I will be obviously live streaming other series as well. I obviously still have all my normal series that I'll be doing. May even live stream some other games in the future. Just have to wait and see what happens with it. There's a tree hanging over the river there. Is it going to take it away, or is it just going to sit there and spew out some sawdust all day? There we go. Loads of trees to get rid of. It'll also be easier with a bigger machine, but like I said, I don't want big machines. I mean, I could easily go in, I've got the money, I could go and get myself some kind of massive, very big machine thing, but I don't want to. I do think there is room on the farm for a Ford TW series, though. I think it's TW? I'm gonna have to check now. The Fords. Let's see, they'll be around here somewhere. A little issue with the stream there, I do apologise. Where are they? Do I still have them? I should still have them. Maybe I don't. I had them before. There they are. Yeah, TW series. So, I could. I don't dislike these tractors, I just, not the greatest fan of them either. 100 horsepower New Holland. It'd be nice to get a tractor with a front attachment though. Well, thank you for your subscription, Hot Rod 100. Very much appreciated. I think I'll get this one. Kind of looks apart. I don't need a beacon. Don't need wheel weights. Go for it, homemade, extra 7 horsepower. Why not? What I'll do is I'll just drop this off here and make the world's slowest man disappear. I'll just put it over here somewhere for now. Probably just use this purely for using the roller for a little while anyway. But for now I'll just leave it here. So this is the map starting area, and it's just a bit bare and kind of weird looking how there's just random buildings dotted around. It serves the purpose, but I'm not a fan. luckily it's not far to the farm up here. A farm that I have aptly named Pacific Farm. That's specific. That one. The one that matches the map name. I think it's coming along quite nicely already, to be honest. I'm hoping by the end of spring to actually have some kind of crop in the ground as well. That would be quite nice. I'm also keeping an eye out on the various mod pages for the likes of placeable assets. If anyone knows of where I can get hold of a placeable animal fields, that would be very useful. Get some animals on the go. This should make it a bit quicker having it on the front. Need to make sure I get all these little bits out at the bottom of the ground here as well. Almost tempted to leave some of those oaks, but not that one. Maybe just plant my own. That's a much better tractor. I like this little tractor. It's interesting. Zetter. I'm also looking for a very specific tractor, so if you know anywhere where I can get an old Ursus tractor, I believe it is, possibly a Zetter, but I think it's an Ursus, that's the one with where the cab is sort of sloped back on it. I would really like one of those in this map. Don't know if there's a mod out there for it, but if there is, I'm sure someone out there knows of it, and if you could let me know, that would be very much appreciated. I don't think my channel allows you to post links or anything like that, but feel free to post a link because I do still get a notification about it, so I do still have the I just don't get the link. Got this little tree on the edge here. Let's try and not crash into the river. That was easy. Any day. If you don't get them just quite in the right spot, it doesn't work. That's the sweet spot right there. I will be planting my own trees around this map as well. Oh, I do apologise, hit the microphone again there. I keep forgetting it's there. Yeah, I will plant my own trees around the map for beautification purposes, but I don't think there's going to be any need to add any kind of harvestable tree, to be honest. Or any tree that the intention is to harvest it. Because there's plenty of them. Piles of them. get a bit of the sunlight onto some of this ground texture. Barely see through some of these trees. This is actually my second attempt at doing this. First attempt I made, I wanted to build a farm on one of the marked areas on the map. So I drove a heap of equipment all the way up to area number 2, and it wouldn't let me place anything down on it, which is unfortunate. I think, thinking back now, that may have been more my mistake than anything to do with the map. I think it was because of the amount of machinery I had there. Maybe it was just not letting me place anything there because of the amount of machines I had sitting around. But it's fine because I have this nice little picturesque area now. And we are travelling in the general direction of this river. For now, we'll also be going in that direction as well. But what I'll probably do is, between live streams, I'll make some more time-lapse videos, just to show some off-camera work. It's going to be a combination of live stream and time-lapse. I won't be recording any episodes of this, just the only voiced recordings of this will be the live streams. That way it's not taking up any of my time for my other series. But if you're interested, you can check out my channel. I do have loads of series on there. Probably too many. I have the Oakfield Farm, that's a current series, that one's still going. And the West Coast, which I actually live streamed that yesterday. So obviously after this live stream, if you want to head over there and watch that, feel free. And I have the Valley of the Old Farm. Very good series. Well, I don't know if the series is really very good, but the map is amazing. Kind of doing a unofficial head-to-head with Dagwin on that one. He released his episodes, his first episode on the very same day that I released mine, and there's been some striking similarities. We both have Unimogs in our series and things like that. It's unintentional. And obviously I cannot compete with some of his numbers. He's got videos out there with almost 1 million views. And I'm nowhere near that level yet. But one day, I will make it there one day. I use this little wood chipper thing to plough the fields as well, because it's easier to control than just a standard plough. Standard plough is a pain to actually make half decent shaped fields, or at least make them look half decent. I mean, it obviously makes fields alright, but it just doesn't do them quite to my standard. Whereas this is much easier. Loads of trees left to do here. I didn't realise there was that many. 556,000 left. The bulk of that originally came from selling off the equipment that you start this map with. I sold all of it, because I have no intention of actually doing much in the way of conventional forestry. My intention was always to do this, build my own farm. I've not seen anyone else do that, so there's someone out there that is doing it. It'd be good to watch what they've done. I don't like those laying down trees, to be honest. I understand why they're there. They look good for this type of map, but a bit of a pain to get rid of. Getting lost in the woods now. Seems like a lot of work, probably more work than it really needs to be, but when you see it from start to finish, it is quite rewarding. But for those of you who don't know, I have a Patreon page. But if you head to the Patreon website and use their search function, and search for Simulator YTube, all one word, you will find my page. It has the same logo as this channel, and there's a whole list of rewards there. So go and check that out if you want to, and earn yourself a little reward in the process. Entirely up to you. Gotta chuck these trees out of the way now. I need some placeable hedges, I think. I think that'd be quite nice to have some hedges placed about. Loads of sunlight getting through now. In fact, you can see the road going up there. There can't be too many more trees to do. I say cautiously. Did them kind of a random pattern. Let's get rid of this one. Work my way back round over that way. Loads and loads of trees. If we had chopped all these down, we would have earned an absolute fortune. But like I said, we don't need it. And we always have the option of more trees. We're never going to run out of trees on this map. Almost ready for another field to be put in. Kind of almost ready. Not quite, but nearly. This is what I mean about these trees. Horrible trees. They look good, but they're horrible. The other thing I like is that area over there with all the dead looking trees. That is actually a swamp that you can drive through. You have to be careful, mind you, but you can drive through it. So there is a deep river between here and there. To get to it, I'd have to go all the way around to the other side of the map. Another couple of minutes, I think 5 more minutes and I'll have this done. This is going to be quite a reasonably long live stream actually. Nothing too excessive. Hopefully it'll be a bit more stable than yesterday's. There's all the trees at the waterfront done. We're starting to run out of daylight. Which is no bad thing, because then we'll get to see all of the lights that I've put around the place. I'm not sure when they come on. Got a nice view of the BGA plant over there. This map does have almost everything you require for a normal map. It does have the likes of the silos and things in that general direction over there that you can store your grain at, but I've made my own, and mine looks better. For the theme, anyway. I need an animal sell point, so I'd like to get some sheep. A placeable sheep pasture and things like that, if that's even possible. I have no idea. This is the kind of map editing that you'd usually do on a Giants editor, but there's no reason why we can't do it in game with all the mods that are available nowadays. Might not be as refined, but it will still be usable. It will still be an interesting process to get there. This is going to be a little bit of a hilly field. I don't mind that though. I'm just looking over here to make sure I have my line set up right. Right. In fact, what I'll do is I'll come a little bit further over. Just take out another row of these trees, I think, just to be on the safe side. that stump too. It is there. Still there. There we go. I got this foliage-rich tree as well. And obviously this big one here. Now, because there's a road there, I'm thinking that I just put the road in, across from it. It's somewhere like here. So what I'll do is detach that, put it on the back of the tractor. Think about making a field. Now, if the road's going to be there, I think start somewhere a little bit off from the road. Just somewhere like this. I'll just put the turn it on, the plough is on, allow create fields. I'll just nip up here. Just sort of straight line it. Yeah, because I'll put something at the end here. So down to about here, and then just follow the general shape of the river. Not getting too close to the edge though. It's a farming simulator, not swimming simulator after all. And there is our other field, so we want to leave a gap between. Something like that. Just to run a fence or something through. And down to the road here. Like so. I'm just going to run quite close to the road at this part, but it is fine because I'm going to make that road a little bit narrower along here. And then just rinse and repeat. Loads of doing this now. We will skip the night, I think, just shortly. We'll get this field done first, and then we'll skip the night. It's not that dark yet, anyway. So this doesn't have a massive working width on it, but like I said, well, you can see how much easier it is to control than a normal plough. I went a little bit squint there. That's okay. Those lights still aren't on yet, but there's still daylight, so it's fine, I guess. Not sure if I have to turn them on saying that. Could be doing with some kind of weight or something on this, I think. No idea. that's it now, starting to get dark. I think this was just a wooded section 40 minutes ago, and now it's half a field. And the field is relatively square as well, so it's no bad thing. There we go, there's the lights on. Oh, missing bits. Don't want to do that. So obviously anything we don't plough stays as normal ground texture, because we are creating the field here. It seems to be better that I've lifted the plough up a little bit faster too by the looks of it. No bad thing at all. Getting through this quite quickly actually. So it's not the most realistic thing to plough fields around in circles like this, but it is quick. So there's a lot to be said for that. Oh dear. Don't know why that happened, but that's not a theme. But it's somewhat realistic using this machine to plough fields, because I mean if you think about it, this is a forest, so there would be the likes of roots and things in the ground, so you wouldn't necessarily plough the ground as much as you would mulch it anyway, I think. Not talking from experience or anything. I haven't spent much time ploughing forests to be completely fair. Hardly anything left to do now. Well, there is something sticking out of the ground there though. There's a bit of a tree. It looks to be. And now it's gone. I think I missed a bit there. There's some kind of tree underground there. There's quite a lot of wood chips as well, so it must be quite a sizable tree stump. Yeah, it's gone now as well. Got another field I'd like to do after this as well, but I'm not going to do that straight away. I'll do the detailing work on this one first. Gonna end up getting dizzy going around in circles like this. probably skip the night in just a second. I'll do another lap first. It's not completely dark yet. Good to see the map change from what it was originally to what it's becoming. Once the agricultural side of things picks up on this map, I'll probably look at getting a new farm. Just building something a bit more capable for bigger machines and making bigger fields. But for now, these little ones will do. It's a very bright light on the dash, is it not? We can even see outside. There's a bright light. Don't know what that's for. I think I missed a bit there, not sure. If I've missed any, I'll get it at some point. It'll be more noticeable after I cultivate, obviously. I won't be doing that for a little while yet. Before I start any kind of field work, I want at least 5 fields, and seeing as this is field number 3, I know where my next field is going to be. I don't know where the 5th one's going just yet. Probably across from it. Maybe next to this one, in that area over there. No idea yet. I did definitely miss a bit there. I wonder why I did that. It's starting to get a little bit harder to see, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to skip through the night, and while it's loading that, I am going to take a quick recess, but I'll keep the live stream going, so I'll be back in just a second. How do I do this again? I want to skip the night, left Alt and N. And I'll take it to dawn. I'll be back in just a second. I do apologise about that, but we're back in the morning, so not all is lost. I'll get back in the tractor and carry on. Turn that help window off as well. I guess just get straight back to it. Pretty sure there is a way to pause the live stream, but I have no idea how to do that just yet. I will try and figure these things out as I go along. I almost finished this field now, so that's always a bonus. Just looking at the stream quality, I'm almost tempted to put it a little bit higher for the next one. Could put the bitrate a bit higher, I think. I don't think that would hurt too much. I'm running good frames per second today, unlike yesterday, and the screen actually fits as well, which is always nice. Hopefully for the next one there will be a screen overlay to look at as well. That is being made just now. Well, not right this very second, I don't think, but it is being made in preparation for future live streams. It does take a little while to do this obviously, but that's part of the fun of it. Nothing comes easy when you have to do everything yourself. Just now we're still in the construction phase, but we will get to agriculture soon. Like I said, hopefully before the end of spring. It would be ideal. What I'd like to do anyway, but we'll see how we get on with that. I'm multitasking here, plowing a field while advertising on Twitter. Always doable. Oh, I did miss a bit there. That's not good. Trying to do two things at once. It's not working very well for me. Cloudy day as well, that's always nice. Almost finished this field though. Just got a little bit left to do. Up here. Maybe the field's not as square as I thought it was. we'll just turn it off. Pick it up. Don't think there's any bits missed. It's looking quite nice. Looking quite nice indeed. Need to put this somewhere and go in the other tractor. I think. Turn all the lights off on and off. Just, I'll put it in the shed. That's why I have a chef. Chef. That's why I have a chef. Just put it over here. And turn it off. So yeah, this is the farm. It's got a nice view. It's always the main thing. It's got everything it really needs, to be honest. What we'll do is we'll just we're going to start up this tractor. Eventually. Will it start? It's not quite ready yet. It is now. I'll just finish this little typing job I have to do on the other computer. There we go. Got that done. And now we need the roller. Where did I leave that? I left the roller over here. Hopefully it's still where I left it. Hopefully anyway. Oh, it's struggling to get up the hill there. Really struggling. I'll just move this over. I knew I was going to do that. I seen it coming as well. I want some kind of road going up the side here. Now, what kind of road is another matter? I don't really want a mud road. Paving slabs, dirt, meadow, lawn, bright dirt. Is pine needles? What ground texture's 8? It's close enough. Not like an exact match, but it's close enough. So we want this road to come up along here, over the tip of this tree. We're gonna catch that tree? Oh, almost. Not the easiest road to see though. All the way down to here. We'll lift it up and let's see, we need to place a shed. Now I got some new mods for sheds and things. Nice to get a hayloft somewhere as well. Should probably prioritize that. Okay, here's the mods we have. Need to put these barriers in somewhere as well. Traffic barrows. There's the farmhouse. There's the shed we have in the farm. A machinery shelter. These are all the concrete blocks and fences and nice things. More fences. So there. Fuel. If I can maybe muster up words. Fuel. This does fuel. See? Petrol. Yes, diesel. Well, this is water. And these are our tanks. Obviously we've not used them all. Haven't used a pig food one, but that's okay. The lights. More water. But this little shed here interests me. How little is this shed? Probably a little bit too little. And the tractor's too close as well, so we'll reverse a good bit back. I need a reasonable size shed. Nothing huge. How big is this? That's okay. How does it look? Where are the doors? So if I was to put this in line with this over here, that's a little bit irritating that we're still too close. If I was to put this like right about here, is that going to come off of the ground? It looks like it is, which is really annoying. Yeah, that's off the ground. I don't want that. If I rotate it round, is this off the ground? It's also off the ground here. I thought this bit was relatively flat, but clearly not. It's a good bit off the ground, in fact, so obviously that shed's too big. Preferably something with poles and its own concrete would be nice. This. Or this. That's huge, that thing. No, not using that. We'll use this small shelter here, because Giant's definition of small matches their name. This thing is huge. It's so huge, in fact, it barely even fits here. And when I say barely, I mean it doesn't really. So is that off the ground? No, I don't think it is, because it's got a good bit on it. Let me see. Can I rotate that just that touch more? I'd like it this way around, but it doesn't fit at all. Failing that, I'd like it this way around. Again, trees in the way. So it's going to have to go in at a funny angle, unless I want to chop down more trees, which I don't want to right this very second. Something like that. That works. Let's see how that looks. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all, actually. But one thing I am going to have to do is fill it with concrete. Grass, gravel, leaves, rock, mud, paving, slabs, dirt, meadow, lawn, bright dirt, original ground, cultivated, ploughed, sowed, sowed wide, grass field, asphalt, sand and concrete. I get the impression it's going to be a pain in the concrete to get this concreted. Yeah, that would be right. Would have been easier to concrete a section first and then place this, but you know, that sounds like forward planning. We don't do any of that on this channel. Forward planning's a dirty word. Yeah, it's difficult to kind of get it looking good while doing this, to be honest. It's doable, but it's not easy. You kind of have to make this roller go into places it really doesn't want to. Well, there's this side done. I'm going to do the exact same over here, except this is more of a hill, which is always fun. I'm more worried about this covering it all than this outside edge, but I mean, I'm going to bring concrete out of this shed a little bit anyway. I create a little yard section here, a really little yard section in fact. This will probably be where I keep things like the harvesters. It's just going to be our big shed, if you will. For the time being anyway. Not that we have anything to put in it, but, you know, we may one day. There we go. That's the inside done. That's quite a slope. Shouldn't look at that part. Doesn't look very good. Right, what we're going to do here, so I'm going to try being the key word here and make this look good. Just gonna take my time with it. I basically want to make a triangle section. Something like that. But over here, it's going to be a bit of a funny shape. What we're going to do is come up straight like this to around this point, and then go straight over. So it's going to be a wonky shape, to be honest, but it will all come together in the end. You'll understand what it's about once it's all done, I think. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll look at it and go, what is that? It's just a mess. Give up now. Go home. Stop doing things. It's a bit dark with this cloud. It's supposed to get sunny later in the day, which is good. Because I mean it's really overcast, it's really foggy. Which is obviously not overly convenient. Right, so I want to lift this. And we now want it back to pine needles. So I'm going to make this road a little bit wider. Almost right up to the very edge of the field. Like so. Because obviously it's going to take some larger machines down it, and this field is going to be open-sided, so I'm okay with the road being right at the side of it. Oh, we'll just see. We'll see what happens with it. And we'll put it back to concrete, if I can find it. just to neaten up this bit here. There we go. It's exactly what I wanted to do. No drama. We'll leave that little... Actually, no, we won't. Let's just go, just go straight in here with concrete. Might seem weird having concrete right up to the edge of the field, but really not the best thing for the field, mind you, but it's fine. Didn't want to go that far into the field, mind you. Yeah, it's a bit wonky, but the reason for it is we're going to have a road going down here at some point as well. So now what I'm actually going to do is look at putting in some fences along the bottom here and between these two fields, which I think would be useful. So what I'm actually going to do is park this tractor into the woods here. Might seem weird, but it gets out of the way. Now fences. It's a barbed wire fence I've been using because it has 6 section pieces. There we go, 6 panel. Now if we can just find where I left the last one. Rotate this round. Oh, everything's going a bit weird here. Rotate this round like that. Again, I'm not really worried about the road because it being a bit narrow is narrower is probably a good thing. Because it doesn't need to be just quite that wide. And then we're not going to need a 6 section piece here. Probably a 2 section would do it, I'd imagine. No, it doesn't. But that's okay, because I'll figure something out. A 2 and then like a... I don't know. Something. I'll figure something out. Have a bit of faith. Maybe even just leave it like that. Or I'll place something else there. But for now, we need back to the 6 panel pieces. And we need them something like that, because they're going up here. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one to line up. 3 posts into the 1. I could obviously just do this. It doesn't join up, but I've seen fences like that before. This does not work. I'm going to go to 1 panel sections for now. Gonna make my life a nightmare, mind you, but it stops too much of the weird terrain deformation thing that goes on. If I get these posts in the right place, it does half the job for me as well. I'm getting better at this. First, a few fences I placed, I had to delete them because we're just so far off. Right, this section looks like I can more or less do it in a 6. So I'm gonna risk it. Close enough. 4 would have probably been better, but I had it there as well. A little touch more. Close enough. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. Alright, I want a 4 section here because it tapers off at the end there. So this is the detailing part, obviously. And no, we're down to 1 panels again. At least we got a few of the bigger ones in. They have the nice little detail in the middle as well, so it's all good. I can get closer for these actually, because they're not so big. It's not even straight. It's reasonable. I'll say that. And that, and then I don't really want them disappearing off to the ground, out, you know, into the ground like that. So I think I'll just leave it at that. And what I'll do is actually make it so that you can't drive through there by placing a couple of birch trees. I quite like a few decorative birch trees. Yes, I know it can't be placed on a fence. So I'll just put it there. And I'm going to put a couple over here as well, actually. There, there, and of course, one there. Like I said, adding my own trees. Oh, I can place them here now, can I? That's useful. Well, in that case, what I'll do is I'll place one in this corner down here. Probably later regret that. Put a few over here as well, actually. Right there, and I think just 2 will do. Don't want to spoil the farm's view too much, so I think something like that. Now we need to not shade our solar panels, so there wouldn't be any trees there. And there might be a couple down at the water's edge. That looks quite nice. Now, where else do we need to place? We need one of these barriers. Where are we? We need one of these barriers right over here. Like that. Well, the biggest barriers in the world, are they? But, you get the idea. There's these traffic items here as well. Put a couple of traffic cones down. You know, just to get you to mind where you're going, kind of thing. And of course you'd have them on these corners here. I'm going to just rotate around a little bit. Something like that. Something like that anyway. Yeah, a bit of detail. These are probably movable. I expect they are anyway. Can't place it inside. That's annoying. Now, what I actually need to do is get these big barrels, because these will be the kind of thing that you'd see on the actual road itself. One there, and one there. Just to provide a little bit of protection for these corner sections. So let's go and see what we've created. What kind of Frankenstein farm we've got. If I can find my way back to the road. Oh, I like that. That's looking quite smart. Let me go back a little bit, see how wonky this fence is. About as wonky as you'd expect it to be. Wow, we just spent a lot of money. This is looking quite nice. Does that not automatically open? No, it doesn't. You have to open it yourself. I would have thought I would have done it automatically. Fair enough. Loads of traffic comes right here. It's looking quite nice. One thing that this area needs is some kind of light. It's got no light in it, which is obviously an issue. Place that there out of the way. Handle the machine with care. We've actually run out of places to store our machines now. Yeah, we just pick a machine and use it for placing down some street lighting. Oh, it won't be actually street lighting, it'll be floodlights. We'll go for a medium model. So that's actually quite low. Medium model's tiny. So it's producing light out in that general direction. Can I get it in this corner? It's going out the way. It's going in the way. So we want it something like that. And then naturally we want one over here too. Like that. That should provide at least some kind of light to the area. I'm not sure if we should have another one over here. Probably not. I'll leave it at that. Let's see how that lights up at night. I want to get this somewhere. And this. But, yeah, what to do next? What to do? I don't know if I should go for another field or if I should just go and get a cultivator and cultivate the fields we've already done. I'm thinking we go and get a cultivator. Something a little bit different. We're starting to run low on money. So we are cultivators. Now it's meant to be a small farm, so we don't want any of this giant stuff over here. Your front cultivator there. 5 meter width. That one would actually do quite nicely. I'll buy that. 6.5 grand. Nice and cheap. I cannot remember if I turned the man off. This area down here is all going to be a field. All the way up to this road here. It's going to be one relatively big field. Which is good. Oh, crashed into it. Yeah, it pulls up and everything. That's nice. It does things. I like it when it does things. Ooh, got a bit of frame rate drop there. Weather's obviously not helping. Let's speed up time a little bit, get rid of this fog. Quicker would be better. Wow, it's foggy most of the day by the looks of it. There we go. So give us a good look at this actual field, especially down the bottom. There we go. Lower that into the ground and let's see if this thing even has the power to pull it. 4 miles an hour. That's always a good sign. Oh, we made it up to 5. Back down to 4. This looks quite nice with the birch trees sitting there. Very nice indeed. Oh, don't want to hit the fence, and we did. Anyway, let's just carry on with this, get it done out of the way. Could if we do all the fields like this, but that fence is kind of annoying actually. It looks home built, to be honest, which is the idea. A little bit off of that fence post. It looks like I was miles off of the next one. So the cultivate texture is very similar to this ground texture, which is unfortunate. I might have made this feel a little bit too tight to get around. Hopefully not. Because it's not a marked field, I don't think I can even hire a worker for it. I missed a bit. That's irritating. I'll just go back and get it. To be fair, I don't really need to cultivate. I just wanted to do a little bit of farm work. To think all of this was just dense forest not overly long ago. Oh, this tractor's struggling quite a bit. Quite a good bit, actually. Come on, you can make it. Turn the corner. There we go. Let's see what we can get done here. Ah, come on. I should have checked to see how much power this cultivator needed, because this thing's struggling really badly. It's a weird shaped field as well, actually, I suppose, which always helps. Too many keyboards in front of me. I keep pushing the wrong button on the wrong keyboard. But it's fine. It's all good. We'll get there in the end. Maybe a front weight would have helped us. Or maybe it would have made it worse. I don't know. Well, we're getting there in the end, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Did I miss a bit? Does that count as a missed bit? I think it does. That's annoying. Come on, we can make it. Tractor is struggling quite a bit. I should probably lift it between. That would, you know, maybe make sense. I got that way wrong. Or maybe not. Maybe I managed to save it. Here we go. Round the corner here. Just like that. Definitely need a more powerful tractor before we do much in the way of field work. But no worries. We just have a look at tractors, see what we can get. I want something old. Something like this kind of... With this 120 horsepower, that would pretty much do it. It was 120 as well, and it looks nicer. This one's 120 and looks even older. Two-wheel drive. That was four-wheel drive. Ooh, choices. I'll go for this one. Attachers, we want a front hydraulic. Don't need a front loader attacher. I don't need a turbo. Main color. Okay. Wheel setup. I would just go for standard rim color. Okay. Sign color red? I have no idea. We'll find out. We'll see how this gets on. I got a notification on top of my screen there. Didn't know if the live stream had stopped or not. Apparently not. I turn this off. This is... so the red was for the lettering. Okay, fair enough. Oh, this is quite nice. Any interactive controls? There is. Open and close the doors. That's a quick door to open. Ooh, a sunroof. What's that do? That kind of ruins the idea of having the sunroof open. This is similar to the tractor I was on about, but not exactly the same. This kind of thing, this kind of era, but a bit different. I like how the roof opens. That's very old school. That's 4-wheel drive. Costs us a bit of money, but that's all good. Goes 21 mile an hour. That'll get the job done. And so, as a matter of interest, looking down here, if we go to soil composition, or is it growth? These fields are too close together for there to be a difference, but there you go. There's the fields we've already got. Looking quite nice. Very nice indeed. It's showing them as nothing. If you go to grass, you can see there's no grass, but we do need some grass fields at some point. Maybe that's what I'll put there, because it is next to the VGA. So on just this one live stream, I've gone and gotten myself 2 new tractors. What's going on with this? Oh, I'm looking at it from the wrong side. There we go. Ooh. Got a little bit of front wheel spin there. Now, let's just see what this tractor can do with it. It's like there's nothing there. It's like there's nothing attached. Obviously we're playing on seasons, I forgot to mention that. But it's early spring, each season's going to be 9 days. I'm going to up the time because it's dragging a little bit. I wanted a couple of days per stream, to be honest. So far we've only had one night. I wanted 2 or possibly even 3. Yeah, this does this no bother at all. This is our main tractor now, I'd say. I still use the little tractors. Obviously the man is our little utility tractor for around the farm with the scoop and the likes. And we'll use that Zetter. Probably as just a support tractor. But we'll see. We'll use it as a secondary vehicle. And we've got our pickup as well, but the pickup's not important. It's probably not going to be used very much at all. It's there for it looks. So yeah, very happy with this. Good purchase, I'd say. It was a little bit on the pricey side, but I can live with that for its usefulness. It does struggle on this little corner here though. I think most things would going up a hill and round the corner. We'll just get that bit well in here. E as well. Another funny shaped field, but you know, natural kind of shape. Don't know where I'd put a grass field in though. I don't want one over there obviously, but don't know where else. Have to think about that. I should probably do some kind of actual design work for this farm rather than here we'll do it, I'll put this here, and but then again, plans are not allowed. Don't want any plans at all. Just kinda play it by ear, see what happens with it. See what seems right at the time. Can I get all of that? I missed out a little bit. Must have been over here as well, actually. Didn't even see that. And another little section over here somewhere. I see it. It's not overly important getting all of this. Looking quite nice. Thank you for that comment there, Vicky. How do you think the little farm we're making's coming along? Give me your opinion on it. There will be a time-lapse video that I will get out at some point. I will not commit to any particular time because knowing what I'm like, I will forget. But I will get it done. That will be all the work I've done before this live stream was done. So I'll get all that uploaded in, you know, it's a couple of days, if that. Try and get it uploaded today. Hi there, Just Blogs. How are you today? Start the tree destruction for this area. Get some of this pesky trees out of the way. This will maybe work as a free field anyway, because it's all grass here by the looks of it, so that's what was going to be here anyway. I'm glad to hear you're good there. Hopefully you're enjoying this live stream. Stuck on that tree stump there. Lovely. Always nice. You don't see them, they hide under all this sawdust that comes off. I don't want to take all of these trees out. I want to take all these pine tree style ones out. I'm going to get them out the way. So this will be sort of a free grass field, is what I have in mind, given it is next to the biogas plant. But these old trees, I think I want to leave them. Maybe not all of them. See how it looks once I've gotten all the pine trees out of there. Tempted to put in a new type of road down to the biogas plant as well. Oh, here's one of my favourite type of trees again. Just a nice flat tree. Is it gonna go away? No, it's not. Oh, it did. It went away. Took a moment. Still heaps of trees around here. I didn't think there was that many. So yeah, I'll take this opportunity to say, if you're new around here, you can subscribe to my channel and see loads more live streams as well as pre-recorded videos. Do lots of different series on Farm Simulator as well as a few other games. And it would be very much appreciated if you could subscribe. Vicky, I am using the Pacific Inlet logging map. It's completely trees, and all the fields and farms that are going to be on it are all going to be completely built by me in-game. Not the easiest task to do. There's a specific bit of software out there to do this kind of thing, but I've decided it would be a fun sort of a live streaming project. See a farm be built from nothing. Sort of like from forest to farm. Well, sort of, it's actually literally from forest to farm. And I'm just making use of a little glitch that this wood stump grinder has. It does make the trees disappear. We're not shy on money, so there's no need to sort of sell all the trees, and we'd be here for days selling all the trees anyway. There's that many of them. Yeah, I think it's a good idea as well. Okay. Glad you agree. You never know. Maybe at some point I'll actually use the Giants editor and create a mod of the finished map. We'll see what happens there. Not promising anything on that one. Being a good few years since I used the last Giants editor. So what do you think? These trees over here, should I take a couple of them away or should I leave them? I want to leave the ones around the BGA plant and over this like land bridge, but should I take that ones on the corner away? Last couple of trees here. There's a few trees in the like driveway area. I think need to not be there anymore. This tractor makes a really bad rattle when reversing, actually. Sure, it's healthy. Some leftover building materials there. We see all these bits and pieces around here being built in the time lapse when I upload that, as mentioned earlier. Hopefully that'll be later today. But we'll just see how I get on with that one. I think this tree is on the outside of this fence. I think it's just on the outside. I could have left this one here, but it's fine. I think what we need to do is put a couple of trees of our own in at the side of that driveway. Don't want pine trees. I think something a bit smaller, maybe an oak tree. Apple tree would be nice, but we'll go for the maple tree because I think that's the tree type that's... Oh, I do apologise. I think that's the tree type that's around BGA. I think. Maybe not. Looks similar. It's identical in fact, but this one doesn't have leaves. Oh well. And we'll put another one in the front garden too. Why not? You can only seem to put one there. I don't want it that close. I'll put it there. That works. That looks nice. Did just cost us £14,000 though. We don't need to do any ploughing here because this is just going to be grass. I'll turn this machine off, lift it up, and we'll get a bit of speed back into the tractor. And now I need to do something about this road because it's a little bit annoying. I'll drop that off there. Oh no, I need to wait 3 weeks for this to start up now. Is it ready yet? No, there we go. Slowly creeps into life. And jump in our Sire crystal. Oh, the engine components move. That's quite nice. That's a detail you don't see in an awful lot of mods. Didn't notice that before. So we're going to need this help window open to see what we're using. I think the type of ground we should use is just straight up asphalt. I think that's the most appropriate ground texture. I think this is asphalt here anyway. I have no idea. We'll find out. It's it's terrible looking ground this actually, but we'll use it. It looks a little weird. But it's good to get a few new textures in anyway. So we'll take this right up to here. Try and curve it around a little bit like that. Make it look a bit more like an actual road. It does look a little weird though. Just make it look like he's sort of onto this dirt track like that. It certainly changes the general aesthetics of the road here. Having a great big grey band down here. This road is going to be wider than usual, given that it is the BGA road. It's to be expected to have lorries and all sorts of big, interesting things drive down it. Or at least it does in my head. And we just want to come over it, or something like that. Try and even this up a little. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I had in mind. Still a little bit patchy, but I'm okay with that. So we should be earning a commission on this. Paving roads and all sorts now. A long shot from working a farm. So yeah, it's looking quite nice, I think, anyway. I'm not a big fan of this asphalt texture, but it will do. I don't want to have everything as concrete. Kind of gets a bit boring. And this is the kind of thing you'd expect to be an actual paved road as well. Now we'll just finish off this little road here. I'm tempted to put in a lay-by, if I'm being honest. I think it would be quite nice to put in a little lay-by somewhere. Right here, in fact. Just a little pull-off section so you can park your tractor up there, or your lorry, or whatever it is you're using. I think I'll give that a shot. We don't want it too far off the road. Something like this, because we don't want it too close to those trees either. And we'll have it as pine needles. It's like a dirty lay-by. So like that. Maybe go back a little bit, and then like that. We'll obviously have to fix this road line back up again, but there's something along these lines. And we want to go back to asphalt, and on somewhat of a straight line back, if that's at all possible. A straight line on a corner, always the easiest thing to achieve. Yeah, that looks alright. Quite happy with that. To finish off this general area, I think it needs some little details here and there. Like this. Why? Am I too close to the tractor? That wouldn't surprise me. So we want a reasonably large space between these. Just to sort of protect the grass. And make it look like they've been put there by hand. Something like that. This is not just your everyday road, this is obviously the entrance to a facility, so you'd have cones and all sorts of things. It looks like there's our range there, so it will be because of the tractor. And we can actually use the lay-by, which is quite cool. One thing I don't know is, are these things movable? They are. Can I move them by hand? I can. That's even cooler. Well, cooler. I'm not sure if that's an actual word, but there you go. And so it's just a bit of verge protection is what these are meant to be. Thank you, Gavin Krieg, I believe you pronounce your name, for your subscription. Very much appreciated. It's got plenty of those in. Now I think I want to do something a bit different here and sort of try and create like a division. Something like that. It kind of doesn't really work exactly how I wanted it. I'm glad I pronounced your name right there. Hopefully you're enjoying this series, or live stream even, or both. This is going to take 2 on either side, isn't it? That's a little bit annoying. Not the end of the world. I'll go for something like this. Doesn't match up exactly, but we can, for the purposes of this, say that the left is for lorries and the right is for smaller vehicles. So we use this to try and separate the traffic. Why did it put me all the way up there? I suppose that's where I'm standing. That kind of makes sense. So we want to favor the lorry space by doing this. Looks a little bit rough, to be honest, but it's okay. Don't know why he keeps doing that though. That'll do. They're all placeable anyway. And we are starting to run out of money. But what we'll do is we'll place a couple of these concrete circles down here as well, so that if you do come like driving down here like a bat at a hill, so there's something to stop you. So just place them around like that. I need my big lights, or all the lights actually. A simple street light. Nighttime, which is good, best time to do street lighting. So we got one there. We'll try and match the trees. I think that's the best way to do it. Rotate that one round a little bit. And now at this point we're just going to guess, but it seems to be roughly this space. Tractor's in the way, isn't it? That's fine, we'll just skip the lay-by for now. And put another one at the end here. Let's see if that has lit up the whole street. No, it's missed half of it. That's fine. We'll just go for opposites across here. Like this. I'm going to guess I'm going to have one of these street lights. Oh, I can't because the tractor kind of... Oh well. I'll just missed that entire section. There can be a dark section on this road. It's not the end of the road. Darker section, should I say. There. And there. And we'll put these right in the middle. Oh, I'm glad you'll do that, Gavin. It's I'm very glad that you're enjoying this. hopefully there'll be considerably more live streams coming from me in the future. I only just started doing live streams yesterday, in fact, but thoroughly enjoying it. The more, the merrier, I say. Now, this is where things are going to get a bit weird, because I'm putting in a load of spotlights that don't have an awful lot of range. Did that just... it did. That's really annoying, actually. I know I'm leaving these with the angle on them, but the reason for that is to give them light over the trees. Except for over here. This one needs to turn around. I want to light up the ambient area to a point. And go back to doing them at a bit of an angle. You have to fix that one that kind of was put in the middle of nowhere, really. I would definitely want them around this particular part. This is obviously one of the main parts of the biogas plant, so another one over here like so. We'll do the same over here, point out towards the center, and then one here. And then one in there. Now, looking at this, can I place I can place these really close to these barriers, so I think that's what I'll do. Just straight out, well, straight-ish. Like so. And with these ones I'll go out like that. And then the same over here, just in the opposite direction. Like this. This is all very rough. It's not the exact position that we're going to have everything, but it gives you the general idea. I'll probably keep a lot of the stuff where it is, to be honest, just because it costs us a fortune, so. Around a bit more, too far, something like that. I need one pointing right ahead from here. And then turn them around for either side over here. I'll lay up the clamps. And we'll just go like this. Actually, I'll leave some dark space. So these lights in the middle, so I'll just put this one, well, this one's going to be a little different because I'm going to put it facing out this way, and then these ones can face in the way, but at the bottom I'll leave a bit of dark space. Definitely don't want any dark space over here though. See, that is the important bit. And of course one right here, facing this way. Just like that. And we need to sell this one. So we need to find it. We've got loads of these things lying around as well. Only about a few things. Mainly fences. Oh, they don't stack. That's a problem. Oh well. Not the end of the world, it's sitting out there. But this is definitely looking an awful lot nicer. That's a lot nicer there. I do have an Instagram. My Instagram name is Simulator YTube, I believe. I don't use it very often, admittedly, because obviously you need to use your phone for it, and most of my graphics and things like that are computer-based ones. But I do have an Instagram. Searching for Simulator YTube on most things will take you to the things that I have on the respected social network site. I have a Twitter. Twitter is the easiest way to get hold of me. My Twitter handle is @SimulatorYTube, all one word. I do monitor the Twitter quite a lot. It's usually open every day. It's how I like to speak to other content creators and things like that as well. Let me just skip this night because it's a little bit dark. How do I skip night? I have to be out of the tractor, don't I? And we'll skip it until dawn. Resting for another day at the farm. Taking a little minute to load this, but that is because it is having to put in all the leaves for the trees. So, there we go, we're actually in spring now. Look at that. That's nice. That's really nice, in fact. There's trees around here. Ah, the farm is starting to come together. Obviously there is grass to worry about now. I think we have crop destruction on. No idea. It sometimes works for grass, it sometimes doesn't. What I need to do is get this tractor as far away from here as possible, because I've got some fences to put in. So this tractor needs to go away. Tempted to put a fence in here, actually. Very tempted. So I'd like to do more than just do placeables, but seeing as we got an entire field done, I think it's no bad thing to get the fence in to point that out. If I put this fence in along here, like that, and then I need another one sort of, how's that working for the lake? Let's see how that works with the lake. I guess close to it. Rotate it around a little more because we want it to kind of basically stop at the lake. Something like that. This area over here, I think this is where the gate should be. I think. Let me just try and line these up along here reasonably nice. Now we are going to leave a gap here, but that is because I'm going to put probably trees along the road side of the fence. I think we need the 2 from here. Yeah, I might have got away with 4. I think what we'll do is... I'll do, in fact, I'll do this. Join this one onto here. And that's just a very small space there anyway. Probably not small, not big enough to get a tractor through, but do I have any little fences? Or little gates, I should say. Just a tiny little thing. I don't really, do I? See how these look. I think these are too big. These are way too big for that space I've left. It is unless I do that. I'd need the other side for that. I am going to be streaming for a little while. Probably another 25 minutes or so, I think. But I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I think I'll go for a fence here actually. This isn't really doing what I want it to. I'll just go for the single panel, see what I can work out here. Just kind of hoping to have just like a little footpath fence here, but what can you do? Yeah, I'll be streaming till around 4 o'clock, I think. I'm hoping you're enjoying playing Farming Simulator. Are you looking forward to Farming Simulator 19 come out as much as I am? I'm absolutely beside myself waiting for it. That was a statement directed at Trenton Vlogs. Let me see here. I don't really need anything else just now. So when I have a full-blown grass field. This field will be used mostly for silage, but we'll do some bales in it anyway, just to start off. And I think I am going to leave just this entire section here open. For now anyway, because I think I'll be bringing this field out a little bit further than this, because of the way the roads are going to work. This road in front of me here, I'm going to move that over to the right ever so slightly. So this section down here, right in front of the tractor here, is all going to be grass. And then the road is going to be somewhere over here. And it's going to be a little bit narrower as well. It's supposed to represent more of a country style road, or it does in my mind anyway. And then this is where it gets a little bit weird. It's going to go from here, and then it's going to like loop over and then back here, I think. I'll see how I get on with that. It may turn out looking horrible and I'll change my mind, but we'll see. We will see. I think what I need to do is go and pick up this roller. I've got everything just kind of crammed in the corner down here. I get the roller moved. What I'm going to do actually is just leave the roller in the driveway just now. Just over here. Out of the way. Probably where it'll stay for aesthetics anyway. Okay. That was unusual. Something apparently just fell, and I have no idea what it is. Sounds like something glass just broke behind me, but I can't see anything. Very interesting. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Wouldn't surprise me. So I think I'm going to do the grass section next to the grass section. I'll pick that up so it's not ruining my nice concrete. Yeah, so I think it's going to just be like a grass track, roughly the width of this plough actually, all the way down here. Let's just make sure that this is on enabled. We'll turn it on, and why is it not giving me the option, or am I just missing it? Where is it? Bring it down, and enable plows usually. It's not giving me the option to create fields. I'll assume it's there. It is. It's just a bit odd that it's not showing up. Don't know what that's all about. A little bit unusual. First things break and then things disappear. Interesting live stream this one's turning out to be. So something like that, I think. And then obviously that planted as grass. I need more sheds very soon. Probably see about making something close to the farm, maybe behind over there. We've got another secondary farm post over there. Oh, farmyard right there. Across my house, it wouldn't be too unrealistic, I don't think. If you're new to the stream and you haven't already done so, it would be very much appreciated if you could hit that subscribe button. It would be a nice surprise for me when I finish this live stream to go and check my subscriber count. Now, given it is a country road, I think what I'm going to do it as, I think we're going to have them as gravel. I think that would be quite nice. Although the gravel is quite a bright texture. Like an insanely bright texture. But it gives the impression that we've at least gone to the effort of putting something on the ground. Let's see how we get on with this kind of like swiggly bit that I had in mind. Something like that. I'll end it over here, down at this little road that we made. 35 subscribers is not bad. It's certainly on the rise. Thank you for letting me know that, Gavin. A little bit of grass there, that needs to go away. Let's try and even this a little bit up here. There you go. Follow the bright white brick road. I think just double width would do. It means we can get reasonably sized machines in the future without it being too much of a pain to get down the roads that we create ourselves. Yes, thank you. You are very helpful there with the information you provide me, Gavin. It saves me from looking away from what I'm doing, which is probably a good thing, seen as my driving's terrible. I think I crashed about 8 times on yesterday's live stream in total. I've not crashed on this one in a little while, and now that I've said that, I'll probably blow the tractor up. Hello there, Alex, love Grand Theft Auto 5. How are you today? I think I missed a bit over in the middle here. I'll just go and tidy that little section up. But otherwise, massive difference to how we started. I am doing not too bad there, Alex. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Glad you could come along to the live stream. I need to do these little sections here actually. Just to give a little bit of tidiness on the way into the farm. Don't mind if it's a little bit off. It's gravel after all. It does get many places it's not meant to be. There's something like that. I think I've already done the other two. So the farm is certainly coming together, but it's time to buy some useful equipment. Be nice to get this, but that's not what I'm on about. Neither is any of that. There it is. The really expensive Karcher pressure washer. I think a good place for that is just right inside the farm here. Right, let me place it there a second ago. Just right there, right off the side of the road. Because our equipment is starting to get a little bit dirty. I always do that, I always push the wrong button. Oh, congratulations, Alex. You're not far away from your goal there. Hopefully you reach it soon. Let's get this stuff all cleaned up. This roller's filthy. But it's done loads now, so it's to be expected. I wonder what kind of range this one has on it. Right to there. Don't think that's any longer than the normal one, but it's fine. Still pretty reasonable. So we now have a pressure washer on the farm, which is very nice. Okay, just start up the for the old bus here. It has moving parts as well, actually. Well, Alex, just stick at it. It will come in the end. I have only been doing YouTube for just a couple of months myself, so I'm not exactly full of any kind of wisdom. But yeah, from what I understand, it's a labour of love. You just have to keep working at it and you'll get there in the end. And of course Gavin is just showing off now. Just tidy up some of this farm equipment, I think. Not the most organised setup in the world, but just something to sort of keep the place a bit more maintained. Yeah, we're not going to all this work of building the place just to let it become a dump. Although we probably will. We can close this gate now. Maybe? There we go. Knew it was somewhere. Where can I park the tractors? I think this tractor can stay out. We can just sit in this entrance here, I think. I need to find somewhere for this trailer though. Gonna have the glorious fun of reversing with this trailer now. I always make a mess of this. In fact, this tractor and trailer can go and sit over here. I should probably use it for logging. I forgot to do this little section over here. That's irritating. I'll get that next time I'm out with the roller. So as you can see, there is actually a purpose to the shape of this. Just need to learn how to reverse, I think. At least I got it past the post this time. Still not straight though. I think I am going to stream tomorrow, Gavin. I actually think that tomorrow I'll be doing 2 streams. I'll be doing a few hours of this, and I think I'll do a bit of Oakfield Farm as well. I've got some silage that I need to move on my Oakfield Farm series, so I think it would be good to do that as a live stream rather than just a time lapse, because if I'm being honest, I'm not a fan of time lapses. I think they lose a lot of the character from the game if you're having to watch it to the point where you can't really see. I think this tractor looks quite nice, but it's just not got any kind of power about it. Actually, I don't know why I'm coming out in this tractor. Time lapses can be useful. Like with this particular map, I done a lot of silent recording before this live stream that I'm going to put into a time lapse. But there is a thing as too many of them. The only reason I'm doing this as a live stream is because I had to spend about 4 hours prepping this map for what I was wanting to do on live stream, so I didn't want to lose the footage altogether. So it seemed like the best thing to do was throw it together so it can be a time lapse. 80 horsepower, we'll take that one. Just have it standard. I have to go into the dreaded concrete slab that is the sell point. I am going to get Farming Simulator 19, and I'm actually hoping to get it a little bit early from Giants. I've been asking them very nicely if they would be able to do that, and they haven't given me a yes or a no yet, so that's something to be optimistic about anyway. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll agree to it and let me have a press release. But the plan is to have all of my Farming Simulator 17 series end pretty much right as Farming Simulator 19 comes out, and it will be straight on to 19. There won't be a delay at all, and obviously right from the off there will be a lack of mods and things like that I expect, but should be able to at least have a look at the standard maps. We want this as grass, because I need to put grass down the side of the road and have that starting to grow. I think that would be an important thing to do, and we can use the rest of the seed in another part of the farm. We only have about 5 minutes left of this live stream, unfortunately, but I will be uploading this entire live stream directly onto YouTube immediately after it, so if you have missed any of it and you'd like to go back and watch some, feel free to head over to my channel and you can see the whole thing there. Or if you're watching this after the fact, then thank you for watching, and I'd like to ask everyone to consider pushing that subscribe button, as it does help me a lot and I'd be very grateful. We've now got grass down the side of the road. That will take a couple of days to grow, but it will come in. We now have another bit of equipment to find a space for. I think just about there will do. And I'll park this tractor next to that one so it doesn't look so abandoned. Apparently it's using the concrete bollard to stop it rolling into the river. What I'll do is I'll just use the awesome creator tools to get some flight on the go and have a good overview of the area. Fortunately the chainsaw is on and off, but a little oversight as to everything that we've achieved so far. It's looking quite nice. Obviously it has its little flaws here and there, but still absolutely awesome. This was once a forest map, or as you can see from the distance, this is what the whole map was like. Nothing but trees, and so far we've turned it into this. But unfortunately that is the end of this live stream. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and hopefully you have enjoyed this live stream. If you have, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, as it does help a lot. And if you're watching this live stream after it was done, then I thank you for taking the time to watch it, and I will see you all in the next live stream or episode, depending on what you prefer to watch. Right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.